Britana Global Solutions is a SaaS company building enterprise-grade IT business applications for small and medium enterprises. Britana Global Solutions is part of the IDEA Incubation Program, co-implemented by PhilDev Foundation and the Department of Trade and Industry. Anna Calubad is co-founder and managing director at Britana Global Solutions. So hello, Anna. Welcome to Start the Podcast. And we're very happy to have you dito.
Hi, Jenny. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be invited and to your channel.
Yes, I'm very excited now to learn more about Britana Global Solutions. So let's start with the first question. So ano nga ba ang Britana Global Solutions?
We are a SaaS or software as a service company, and our core product is Britana ERP. Britana ERP, it's a cloud-based full suite ERP solution designed for rapid deployment.
Yes, I'm quite familiar now with ERPs because I myself, my background is an industrial engineer, so we do supply chain, operations management, planning, warehousing, inventory, ganyan. So, but for everyone listening, maybe let's first clarify, ano nga ba ang ERP? I think it means, correct me if I'm wrong, enterprise resource planning. So, ano nga ba ang ERPs? And maybe like with Britana ERP, parang how exactly are you trying to solve the problems of these SMEs?
Okay, so you're right. The ERP, the acronym, it stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. But to put it in layman's terms, ERP is simply an integrated, all-in-one software solution that automates a company's business functions, so from procurement to order processing to warehouse and supply chain management, down to finance, and then accounting. So with an ERP, you can seamlessly manage your business with just one software.
Yeah, I think very crucial. I think very good definition yung automation of business functions. Kasi ito minsan yung masasakit sa ulo gawin yung accounting, tapos pagbibilang ng inventory, at parang when you are let's say a retail store for example, when magbebenta ka, pag madaming transactions, mahirap na i-track kumbaga yung asa na ba inventory ko, ilan na ba yung ganitong item. So parang how exactly, maybe we can expand a bit lang on this. Parang ano exactly yung parang these business functions that maybe the Britana ERP can provide for SMEs. Para din ma-appreciate nila ng SMEs, especially baka may nakikinig na parang how really can we get value from Britana's products?
Yeah. Like I said, it automates basically the entire business function ng isang business. So from creating a quote to fulfilling to processing the order, fulfilling that order, down to receiving payment, and then all of that. Siyempre may bookkeeping na nangyayari. Usually medyo manual yung process niya kasi bawat transaction talaga kailangan mo i-record eh. In an ERP, automated na lahat yon. Basically, accounting entries are generated for each transaction that you make. So if you create a PO, if you create a supplier bill, if you receive your goods, if you fulfill an order, lahat yun, may accounting entries. And lahat yun automated na.
Yeah, so I think parang kasi medyo in traditional legacy systems, for example, mga lumang system, parang when I get to sell, so magbebenta ako, susunod ko pa yung parang resibo, and then may notebook ako, for example, in old systems, may notebook ako, inonote ko na minus this one and papunta sa this one. Pero I think with ERPs, especially pag when we scale, when we really have a large inventory, maraming products, and tuloy-tuloy yung transactions, pag nakabenta, automatic, wala nang kailangang isipin kasi nag-reflect na doon sa digital system maybe. So,
correct. And then yung intricacies pa nung those transactions, kasi hindi lang naman laging okay, you order, you fulfill, tapos. Pero pwedeng nag-order siya, you do partial fulfillment, so kailangan ma-manage mo yun. Diba? Partial fulfillment. Tapos magbibill ka, partial din yun, kasi partial mo din-deliver, you have to do partial billing. And now you have to track the payment. Paano kung nag-overpayment sila or kulang yung binayad nila? So that is being handled automatically by an ERP system. So whatever you encode, natatrack ng ERP, lahat ng mga related transactions, it tells you, okay, ito partially fulfilled pa lang, itong invoice mo, hindi pa fully paid. Ano ba yung ginamit na payment method? For example, nagbayad ba ng credit card, ng cash? those are recorded into the system. And even yung VAT, like tracking yung VAT, tapos may syempre we have what we call the withholding tax. So your customer can withhold with tax from you. So kailangan nag-track din ng system mo yun. So yan yung ginagawa ng isang ERP. So it simplifies everything for you, streamline the process for you, para walang redundant work na nangyayari, walang manual na ginagawa on the side.
Yeah, it's actually very clear now, no? I think madali itong gawin kung 5 lang yung customers mo. Pero what if 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, di ba? You really need this kind of automated systems. Now, I want to ask, what really parang makes Britana Global Solutions or the Britana ERP special? I know that you're parang focused on SMEs, small and medium enterprises. So, can you share lang parang, maybe also, what exactly, or why exactly also SMEs, and yeah, what sets the product apart maybe from other ERPs maybe?
Right. I think two things, no. Our edge, number one, I think, is we provide enterprise level features, but at small business price. So what this means is that companies who use our ERP, they get to enjoy features that you would only find or normally see from ERPs offered by tier 1 companies like Oracle, SAP, and the like. And we all know that these companies, target market nila are the mid-size to or mostly large corporations. For us, our mission is really to empower the SMEs or the small to medium-sized businesses by providing them with high-quality software solutions so they can truly run their business digitally. So yung solution namin, our ERP solution, it will scale as your company grow. Hindi yung, okay, we have a solution now, we have some accounting system that we can use, but once you scale, lipat ka na naman ng iba, hanap ka ulit ng iba. So our solution scale as your company grow. And we are also the only ERP provider who does not charge implementation or setup fee. Just to have an ERP implemented, it would cost an upward of 500,000 pesos. And that leads to our second edge, over other ERP. Our second edge is we have built our own no-code smart engine. And this smart engine allows us to customize the ERP according to business requirements, according to a company's business processes, without having to write a single code. So there's no need for us to have software engineers or highly technical staff to implement the software for them. And it is because of this smart engine or this technology that we have that we can afford to not charge implementation or setup costs. Also because of this technology, we are able to deploy faster. Usually the cycle to implement an ERP takes 6 months and more, and 6 months or longer. So, because for us, with that technology that we have, customizing business workflows, if you're adding custom fields, it is just as easy as filling out a form, and we can do this and set it up within minutes. So that's no coding required, no database changes. We don't need to deploy or restart the server.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm really amazed though with all of these explanations because I really understand now. Kasi I work with some ERPs before, for example, SAP, and then I know na when you deploy SAP, like for example sa big company nga na maraming warehouse, kaya rin minsan tumatagal yung process of deployment kasi kailangan pa i-customize dun sa mismong company, tapos kailangan matutunan ng mga engineers ng company na yun. Pero I think what Britana ERP is parang different is it's it's a no code, so parang ito siya, tapos madaling mag-subscribe. I think yung mga gusto mag-avail, tapos basically you have a product and people will basically avail of it, and maybe they can use it easily. So I think parang parang more of smart, and parang mas madaling gamitin, mas flexible for different different businesses. Pero I'm just curious, parang what are the examples of SMEs, para lang mas concrete, that can really use Britana ERP? Parang maybe what are your target exact industries or kind of businesses?
Yeah. Initially, target market namin are the wholesalers, distributors, and retailers. Because they are the industry that will really benefit from an ERP. Because yan yung industry na talagang merong goods, may movement of goods. So with our ERP, we have a very robust warehouse management system. So in our ERP, we can handle transfer of goods, either from like warehouse to warehouse, from one bin location to another, from one branch to another, and in the process we track, for example, yung from store to store. Syempre, you want that you fulfill it from one store, and then when it goes to the others, kailangan may trace yon, may receiving. So sino nag-receive, how many receive, and pwede kasing, let's say, nag-request ka ng transfer of 100 quantity. Pagdating doon sa kabila, ang dumating lang 50 or dumating 99 na okay, may one piece of damage. So that process, yan yung complexity
exactly.
to handle those type of transactions, na-handle siya ng ERP.
Yeah, I think those SMEs na talaga may inventory na tina-transport from one place to another, mas maintindihan nila actually yung sakit ng ulo na ito. Now I understand why sobrang bilis ng growth ni Britana from PhilDev's IDEA Incubation Program, and recently to IDEA Space Cohort 10, and also sa Final Pitch. Kasi I think marami sa mga SMEs na to, ang ginagamit pa, to be honest, ay Excel, for example, or manual. Minsan nga baka notepad or Excel or baka notebook lang, ganyan, di ba? Pero I can really imagine, and I really get the point na maybe need din na natin na mag-evolve yung technology. Kasi I mean, sobrang laking ginhawa and actual benefit for everyone, especially for these SMEs na parang talagang matanggal yung sakit ng ulo. Now I'm just curious about the model, kasi this is a SaaS, so parang software as a service nga. So how can they, because maybe they want to avail of Britana ERP, they want to use. So how can they use? So do they just subscribe to the website and andyan na yung product na gamit na? So how does it happen?
Okay. So our software, it's sold based on subscription model. So there are no one-time fees, no base fees, or other hidden costs. Basically, you're paying for user licenses. We have 3 simple and affordable plans. So we have the starter plan, which consists of 5 user licenses. So this is perfect for growing businesses looking to streamline their operations. This is perfect for small businesses. And 5, why 5? Because usually it will not work kung isa lang, like the business owner lang yung may access. So basically, siya gagawa ng transaction. So at the minimum, syempre, you have your business owner, you have your, let's say, purchaser, you have the billing clerk or taga-invoice, and then your meron yung sa warehouse, nagka-handle ng inventory, nagpa-process ng fulfillment or receiving goods, and the accountant. So that's our package for small businesses. And then we have the growth plan, which consists of 12 user licenses. And this is for growing businesses looking to streamline their operations. So ito na yung, let's say, gusto nilang bigyan na access yung mga salespeople nila para they can easily see, meron akong customer na gustong bumili pero may stock ba? So I can check myself as a sales person. I can check myself, we have stock available, and I can use the system to create a quote or a sales order, a sales quote, even a sales order if you want to provide them access to the sales order. So that's for the growth plan. And then for the premium plan, this is it consists of 20 user licenses, and this is for established businesses that have like 2 to 3 layers of management. Like for example, may mag-create ng PO, gusto mo i-approve mo na siya ng purchase manager, procurement manager. So that's another user license. That's why it's more for the yung mga 2 to 3 levels of management na. And then actually we have another package that we recently roll out, and ito naman yung retail POS plan for retail stores that need cloud-based POS system. Integrated din siya sa ERP, pero syempre yung ERP that's for yung handling all the back end. Pero for mga retailers, kailangan nila ng POS eh. So we also have that. So and that plan, that's unlimited users per store or per outlet.
Yeah, I think these packages are really amazing na parang meron talaga nag-fit for everyone. And especially yung
Mm-mm.
pinabago yung retail POS. I actually know na ang dami, even sa Startup PH Facebook group, na ang dami
Mm-mm.
nagpo-post na naghahanap ng POS systems, ganyan.
Mm-mm.
Point of sales, point of retail, point of transaction, na parang every transaction really, pagka-transact, andun agad sa system. So, and it's automated. So,
Mm-mm.
I really know that ang laki ng demand for like this kind of systems. Now, I'm really happy that I got to interview you, and I'm really happy that I got to
Thank
know more
you.
about Britana kasi for me, ang linis nung packages, ang linis nung kumbaga nung pag-design ng product. And now I'm curious, Anna, what's your background? Kasi parang it's really very
Mm-mm.
systematic and parang very, I think you're very knowledgeable about ERPs, about supply chain, about all of these things. So maybe can you share also maybe the founding team, ano? So parang what are the backgrounds and maybe the expertise and skills of the team behind Britana?
Okay. Sige, let's start with sharing a short background about myself. So, I spent 12 years helping multinational tech companies design and build software products that made big businesses grow even bigger. So I was building software solutions for banks, for telcos, and even for government agencies. And after my corporate stint, I started my own IT consulting firm, helping SMEs with their IT infrastructure and with their software selection process. So it is actually then that I saw yung massive gap in the quality of software solutions available for SMEs. And that's the reason why I started Britana. It became my dream and passion to make quality software solutions available for the SMEs. Britana is co-founded and co-funded by my husband, Brian, and myself. So I run the day-to-day operation and the tech side of the business, whereas he guides the company. He guides me on the business aspect of things. Um, so aside from us, I also consider my team members as part of the founding team. I have a brilliant and dedicated team. They have been with me since the start of since we started Britana, and I'm grateful for their dedication and loyalty to the company.
Yeah, it's very nice to hear no, that you actually started building the software for large
Mm-hmm.
companies. Because I think if you really have experience so in building software, you understand especially yung information systems, yung flow ng information. And I think that's one of the most important things for you to get to design like this kind of ERPs. Pero I'm just curious kasi I think iba ang system sa large companies, what you're trying to do now with SMEs. Ano. So parang maybe what's the transition like from building software to large companies to now building software parang designed for smaller companies. So maybe can you
Mm-mm.
just share some opinions about this?
Mm-mm. Actually, for me, it's somewhat similar. Kasi ang ERP malaki rin talaga siya. It's really big. Basically, ang daming business logic na kailangang in-process. The good thing is that I got the exposure in building framework. Kasi when you build a software solution, ang importante is yung foundation nun, the framework for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I started with that because of my exposure with really complex system, like bank system, like for government agencies, tax agencies. So I got that, exposure, paano ba yung proper design, for the software solution. And that's what I used and I applied, yung knowledge na yun in developing the ERP.
Yeah. And now I also want to ask because I think you worked for corporate before and now you're in the startup world. I know it may be a bit different. So can you just
Yes.
share some experiences on this transition? And especially, I've heard that you just got your very big customer just recently, I think just 2 months ago. So can you just share yung parang naging journey ni Britana from starting it up to now getting a very large customer? Because I think it's really, kumbaga, nakakagaan ng loob pero I know marami pang challenges. So can you just share some
Mm-mm.
stories?
Yeah, it's yung journey, as a entrepreneur. It's actually, alam mo, hindi ko naisip. I never really asked myself yung uh choosing to become an entrepreneur. Definitely, it was not easy. I could have chosen, I could taken an easier route by staying in the corporate. Back then, okay naman I have a good career and I was performing well. But I think, iba kasi yung I have that passion. I know I knew that we can offer something better for the SMEs. Bakit why do they have to endure having various systems because they cannot afford an ERP? So I think nag-start yung everything started with that passion. And at the start, it was I started writing yung framework code, the foundation for it. And then so inisip ko, ano ba yung problema ng mga SMEs? Bakit ba ayaw nilang bumili ng ERP or ayaw nilang mag-subscribe to ERP? And because of my consulting experience, una is yung high upfront cost for the implementation. There's always a fear na what if the project will not succeed? Okay. Ang laki na ng investment. So kaya kadalasan, from my experience, while I try to convince them, if you don't use an ERP, mas malaking problema yung makikreate in the long run. But then, in the end, nasa shelve yung mga projects because of the high cost of ERP. And so when I was working on this project, it started as just a project. So I said, okay, how do we take out that implementation part? So I understand why people charge that amount to implement, because it's very costly to have developers implement, to hire developers implement ERP. And ang tagal ng cycle ng implementation cycle, 6 months. So imagine mo ilang developers yung kailangan mong i-allot to this project to work on it. So I said, maybe if we can automate some parts, this aspect of it, baka we can reduce the cost. So it started with the project, and I wrote the framework code, kumbaga MVP. With an MVP, nung nakita ko, okay, parang gagana siya at mukhang pwede. So that's when we started hiring a couple of developers and build them. It was not an easy journey, I think you have to talagang keep pushing until, and then here we are now. We have a complete solution. I'm proud of what the team built. Yeah.
But I really think
with your question pala on the customer launch, you were asking me about that customer launch. No? Yes, it was that customer implementation is very important for us. It's a testament that our solution is robust, that our solution is scalable. Kasi with just that customer alone, our ERP runs seamlessly with over 70 users, with 4,000 SKUs, over 50 different workflows that we set up for them.
Wow.
And we process thousands of transactions per month just with that customer alone. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I really think that what Britana and you are doing is sort of revolutionary kasi you're parang removing the barriers for these SMEs, parang really helping them transition to automated business systems. I really think imbes na Excel, imbes na notebook lang, I think our Philippine SMEs really have to ride on this new technology, and mas magiging better for everyone, even for the larger economy. Now, I also understand now why you joined PhilDev and DTI's IDEA Incubation Program. Kasi this is an incubation program, pero parang they also have like that social impact aspect about it. So I think that's with Britana helping or providing solutions for the SMEs. Pero yeah, can we know more about your experience with this recent IDEA Incubation Program, and maybe parang how was the demo day? Kasi I think parang what was your target? What was your goal in this program?
Oo. We're very fortunate to be selected to take part in the PhilDev IDEA program. which is in partnership with DTI. So for us, the experience was insightful. We learned a lot from the mentors and coaches that they got to help us. The members of the PhilDev team, they were very helpful and accommodating. Actually, after the program ended, until now, I'm still in touch with them. And from time to time, I would seek their advice, and they're always very gracious, and they would do their best to help me with my inquiries. If not them, they would refer me to someone from their network who can help me. So, and for the social impact, or the SDG impact that we want to achieve and incorporate in our mission and vision, and that is to contribute in providing a decent work and economic growth for the company. And we do this by helping companies achieve higher level of productivity through technological advancement and innovation.
So it's really helping basically small businesses thrive and maybe grow. So I really think that Britana's products can help them scale and grow in the future. Now I'm just curious about the name, about the startup name. It's Britana Global Solutions. I'm very curious about the global part. So maybe for our last question for this conversation, what is really parang the long-term plans or long-term vision of Britana, and especially it's global. So parang, are you also targeting SMEs all around the world? So maybe you can just share a bit of the future for Britana.
Okay. Actually, we are rebranding, so it will be just Britana. To simplify, it will be just Britana. But the Britana name came from it's actually from kasi when we were thinking of a name, sabi ko kailangan no more than 3 syllables. Kailangan easier to pronounce. So usually when it ends with a vowel, easier to pronounce like S and A. So yun yung mga like I started with that, and then nakita ko yung Cortana, which is Microsoft parang assistant, their automated assistant sa Microsoft Windows. So okay, it sounded parang maganda i-pronounce yung Cortana. So okay, maybe something similar to that word. And my name is Anna, and my husband's name is Brian. So I just merged the two, so it became Britana. Not to be cheesy, but it's only because I like the sounding of Cortana, and I wanted to come up with a name that's close to that, and my husband agreed naman na okay naman din yung Britana. So, yeah, as for our vision in the future, of course we want Britana to be a market leader in providing innovation for the SMEs, and it's not just here in the Philippines but globally. In fact, when we designed the ERP, we designed it to cater for multiple currencies and even multiple languages. Naka-ready na yung system that, if we do some translation, it can cater to a different language. Maybe that's, siguro, future, part ng future roadmap namin. And, we won't just, stop with ERP. We'll continue to innovate and, build new software products for the SMEs.
Yeah, so I'm really seeing maybe one of the principles for Britana is really parang flexibility, parang really building the core product, building the core technology, pero also designing is to be flexible para iba't ibang maybe industry, iba't ibang domain, iba't ibang language din, iba't ibang nationality yung makagamit in the future, and iba't ibang sizes, iba't ibang use cases may also maybe may parang ganun siyang aspect. So yeah, thank you, Anna. I'm very happy to do this conversation with you, knowing more about Britana. I'm really amazed actually with how the design for the products of Britana was made and was thought of. I really like the thoughts put into it. So if our listeners want to know more about Britana Global Solutions or Britana, or in the Britana ERP, maybe they want to avail of it, maybe they want to use it, maybe they want to subscribe. So where can they get more information? So maybe you can share the website or any other channels out there.
Okay. they can reach us through our Facebook or LinkedIn page or through our website. That's www.britanasolutions.com. We have also our contact information posted there. And if they want to know more about our ERP, they can also request for a demo through our website. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Anna. I'm really happy to do this conversation, and I'm really happy of what you're doing, of what your mission, especially for SMEs, especially for Filipino businesses. So maybe we can help them scale nga, and in the long run, basically better economy kasi better business, better society, better economy for everyone. So maraming salamat, Anna, for sharing about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for allowing us to share our stories. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much to our 25 patrons. AskLexPH is our official e-learning partner. Get 5% discount on e-learning courses and certification programs on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and many more using our promo code ALPHAXSUP. This episode is super powered by Pinoy IP Works, the intellectual property company advancing and protecting Filipino ideas. Packetworks, the leading enabler and only Internet of Things social enterprise in the Philippines. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. And 8Chain, an 8-in-1 cryptocurrency project building one chain at a time, starting with MaxRep Workout and Earn. This episode is powered by Tuala, Hive Energy PH, ePlayment, Interleukin, and ROC.ph. Support us and get your brand promoted using the links in the description below.